Guys who have taken a lot of big collisions. They've burned off a lot of their own brain cells. Let's see who has the most left in the tank right here and right now.
Scheduled for one fall, and it is a no disqualification match. Introducing to you first, weighing in at 240 pounds and hailing from Rutherford, New Jersey, here is Devin Storm.
Devin Storm shedding the worn-out blue jeans and look for a modified warrior, a man who really has come a long way since joining the ranks of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, being led to the ring by the manager of champions, Bill Alfonso, weighing in at 230 pounds and hailing from Bombay, Michigan, here is the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal maniac, Sabu!
The debut of Sabu in the World Wrestling All-Stars, along with the manager of champions, Bill Alfonso. Tonight, it's no disqualification against dangerous Devin Storm.
I believe Bill Alfonso, not only the manager of champions, but to me, the finest referee who ever worked in wrestling. He called it right down the middle, Daddy. Having him in the corner of Sabu, well, that may be a little much for Devin Storm to overcome tonight.
Well, certainly, it's almost become an afterthought. It's almost become a cliche in the wrestling business, but you want to take a look at a guy who innovated this business. Sabu returns to pay-per-view in America and around the world for the World Wrestling All-Stars, along with manager of champions Bill Alfonso, against dangerous Devin Storm. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, three words that best fit the man known as Sabu.
Sabu, the nephew of the legendary Sheik Ed Farhat. They both hail from Michigan, Bombay, Michigan. Never heard of that place, but I've heard of Sabu, that's for sure. Little 9/11 tribute here, Sabu wearing the American flag as a burnous. Has his own water bottle, has Sabu written on it. Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions. Devin Storm says he's more focused. Jeremy, he's going to need all the focus he can muster to deal with Sabu and Bill Alfonso.
A number of international and foreign journalists and photographers here to cover this event tonight here at ringside as Sabu, who has an international reputation, certainly, and a reputation for just a completely reckless abandon in the ring, takes on Devin Storm, a man who has showcased his talents on many of the World Wrestling All-Stars international shows here tonight. In Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Aladdin Casino, has chosen Sabu as an opponent, certainly to return to pay-per-view with. And both men squaring off. Manager of champions Bill Alfonso in the corner of Sabu, and certainly in a no disqualification match, Mark Madden, that really lends itself to some opportune moments if taken advantage of from not only Sabu, but of course the manager of champions Bill Alfonso.
Well, Sabu doesn't mind pain. In fact, he kind of gets off on it, if you ask me. Look at the scars that crisscross his forehead, his face, his entire body. Sabu will take a lot of punishment to give a lot of punishment, and I expect that will bear itself out in the moments to come.
No disqualification match, and certainly as we have the opening moments of this contest, both men feeling each other out in the ring, and certainly as the moments persist, as the action heats up here in this no disqualification match, really just about anything possible, as dangerous Devin Storm has shown, and certainly shown on our last pay-per-view, WWA The Inception. There's a 2 count. Willing to go to high, well, literally great heights to win a match, and certainly we saw it last month with Norman Smiley, the victim of an incredible, breathtaking dive from Devin Storm through 2 tables. And certainly Devin Storm tonight looking to return to pay-per-view in a big way against Sabu. It's Sabu now, ducking a clothesline. Now Chris, Devin Storm willing to belly to back suplex Sabu, and Sabu wisely taking a moment to catch his breath and certainly to rekindle his spirits.
I don't think his spirit needs rekindled.
Well, if it ever did. Devin Storm certainly is the man to take Sabu to new heights. Sabu on the second rope now. Beautiful leg drop. And certainly, as Devin Storm and Sabu tie up here for the World Wrestling All-Stars, we've already crowned a new international cruiserweight champion. Both men out to the ring now.
Great defensive move by Sabu. Devin Storm ready to deposit him over the top rope. Sabu got Storm in a head scissors and made sure both of them went outside the ring. Not just one, but Sabu paid a price there with his head rammed right into that metal staircase.
Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions, able to assist Sabu in whatever diabolical projects he has for Devon Storm. Has just taken a chair now. Meanwhile, Devon Storm has the stairs. Devon Storm has the stairs.
And Bill Alfonso giving the referee a few pointers.
And it's Sabu now. Being set up. Who knows what Devon Storm has in store.
Oh, what's he gonna do here? Is he gonna pile drive him on those metal steps, suplex him?
You're kidding. Suplex. Oh, on the top rope, and certainly that really backfired on Devon Storm, ended up costing him.
Sabu shifted his weight, got some leverage on the top rope, and Devon Storm went crashing to the floor outside the ring.
Oh, beautiful. Over the top rope, and it looks like Sabu landed on his head. Certainly Devon Storm getting the brunt of that, but Sabu at the same time once again showing why those high-risk maneuvers can be a great payoff and a great detriment at the same time.
Sabu's busted open, I think. I think Devon Storm has drawn first blood from Sabu.
Well, certainly with the battle scars on the body of Sabu.
Yeah, what's one more?
Beautiful. Beautiful maneuver by Sabu as he goes to work on Devon Storm, and certainly you gotta wonder, Mark Madden, at what point does that blood come to factor in, not only from a visual standpoint, blocking the vision of Sabu, from a psychological standpoint as well.
Here's a modified camel clutch. It won't affect Sabu. You don't have that many scars and shed that much blood to let it bother you in a match this deep in your career. Boy, he has that camel clutch locked in. Doesn't have leverage on Devon Storm's right arm, though. Doesn't have the leg underneath it. So there, he goes for a blow to the head, a kick to the head, and breaks his own potential submission hold.
Sabu, who has wrestled all over the world, has a strong Japanese contingency here tonight to not only photograph, videotape this match, and certainly as you look at Sabu and Devon Storm in the ring, a great example of the diverse action you see here from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Incredible maneuver from Devon Storm to meet Sabu with a clothesline.
The blood really starting to flow on the face of Sabu. Well, I followed Sabu's whole career. Big leg drop by Devon Storm. First, you wonder how he can walk. There's a 2-count. Then you wonder, how can he still compete? Then you wonder, how can he still win? Then you wonder, how can he still keep taking championships all over the world? The man is a walking miracle health-wise.
Without a doubt, and certainly those battle scars are a testament to not only the millions of miles this man has traveled all over the world competing, but certainly the battle scars he has endured to get there. To this point in the business, 1, 2, and a beautiful Northern Light suplex. Not enough to pin Sabu as Devon Storm goes to work with a chin lock on Sabu.
That's the new cerebral, organized, calmer Devon Storm. He's still a madman, he's still evil, but he knows when to slow things down. He's thinking a little bit more out there, Jeremy.
Well, I would think that's a smarter match for Devon Storm to wrestle. I think that's a smarter approach. Reckless abandon, sure, it works for a lot of folks. Sure, it's worked for Sabu. Sure, he's made a career out of it. But Devon Storm, refocused now with a new approach. Certainly, I think a smarter approach. Oh, there's a beautiful right. That clocks Devon Storm. And certainly, the blood begins to flow, and certainly that must have an effect from a visual standpoint to Sabu. Beautiful belly-to-back suplex.
You know Sabu once won a silver Olympic medal in self-mutilation?
There it is. And it's Devon Storm now.
Would have won the gold, but crooked French judging.
That could do it. Here's a cover. 1, 2. And not enough to pin Sabu, who rolls outside the ring now.
You got to kill him to pin him.
You really do.
His blood, it's no big deal. Slap a butterfly stitch on it, he'll be as good as new.
You got to wonder. This may come down to a matter of pain threshold for these two. Who survives in this contest? It may come down to who has enough inside. Wait a minute, Sabu now. Look out.
Oh! Now Sabu hit Devon Storm with a big blow, but he also jammed his hip against the steel guardrail. It just goes to show you, these guys don't feel pain. This match could go on all night. I'm not sure you can hurt one of them enough to pin him.
Wait a minute, the manager of champions, Bill Alfonso, setting up a table here at ringside. Sabu, many feel, and certainly I am one of them, the very first to implement a table, and certainly we've seen it so many times now in the wrestling business, but really first was done by Sabu many years ago, and certainly he's made a name of it.
I'm glad you said that. Not one of the first period. He was the first to use a table as an offensive weapon.
Well, certainly, he may regret that introduction. to a table after Devin Storm gets through with them here tonight at the Revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars, live on pay-per-view from Las Vegas, Nevada. Gang, it's so nice to have you with us. Jeremy Borash and Mark Madden at ringside. There's a suplex, or a front suplex, I guess, just dropping the face of Sabu to the stairs. And Devin Storm seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity outside of the ring, and certainly that is really where Sabu is at his most dangerous.
This crowd can't believe what they're seeing. This crowd can't believe that two guys can punish, annihilate, and torture each other this much, yet still keep going, Jeremy.
It ultimately will come down to the pain threshold, I have a feeling. Devin Storm has shown over the years that he can take a beating, he can take a licking and keep on ticking. Now, it's Sabu. And Devin Storm with that table set up behind him. Devin Storm seems to have something in mind. Sabu trying to crawl back into the ring. It's Devin Storm now in the ring. Sabu on the outside. Oh no, what is this? Devin Storm sizing up Sabu. Here we go. Oh, attempted, looks like a sunset flip to the floor. Couldn't hold on to the pin. Couldn't hold on to the pinning combination.
He planted him though. This is the first time Sabu looks a little bit physically vulnerable.
Certainly, after any amount of pain, after this has certainly, the punishment has taken its toll on both these men. You gotta wonder at what point does one guy say, I've had enough? Sabu, wait a minute, no, not quite enough. Sabu looked like he was going to seize the opportunity, take advantage of a moment with Crowbar on that table. Sabu goes to the top, or rather back onto the ring apron. Devin Storm has done his homework, realized he was in a tough spot and really stopped that from happening.
To me, one of these guys is going to come up with something new and innovative to win this match, but given the repertoires of both these competitors, what new could they possibly come up with? They're going to have to stretch themselves to be a victor here.
Sabu, beautiful leg drop.
No one quite interferes like Bill Alfonso, do they?
Well, certainly Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions, earned that nickname for a reason. Oh, there's a chair. Nice toss. Oh, right to the forehead of dangerous Devin Storm. That chair, another trademark of Sabu. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, into the corner.
Oh, Devin Storm fell forward and jammed his own chin on top of that folding chair.
That could do it. 1, 2, not enough to pin Sabu. Bill Alfonso on the outside, but is now behind us. Going for another chair. Bill Alfonso certainly making his way around ringside. Sabu now. Sabu, what is this? Unbelievable move.
What a moonsault, but Devin Storm, I think, got a knee up. At any rate, Sabu would appear to take a blow to the midsection. Both competitors are in a world of hurt right now.
1, 2, and Devin Storm somehow finds it within. From within to kick out of that after Sabu. One impressive maneuver after another.
Oh! Devin Storm hooked Sabu's leg, and Sabu dove head first right into that chair that he himself had set up. Boy, I feel bad for referee Marty Valenza in there, Jeremy. How do you call this match? It's a no DQ. You just got to stay out of the way and count 3 at some point, I suppose.
Really, that's his only role in this, is to make sure both men can continue. Both men are able to continue in this unbelievable no disqualification match for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Devin Storm heads up maneuver. Devin Storm, look at that, right onto the chair.
Death Valley driver right onto the chair. Sabu's feet are in the ropes. That may prevent a pin. And Devin Storm breaking his wrist and a couple of his ribs may prevent a pin as well.
1, 2, and Sabu once again demonstrating an unbelievable pain threshold, able to kick out of that. Sabu, once again, for a second time, able to withstand the offensive arsenal of Devin Storm.
What a match. What a great no DQ match. It's hardcore, but they're not using weapons. They're not using garbage cans.
Look at
they
this.
are using chairs.
Body slam on the chair. And you got to think that's it. You got to think Sabu has had enough.
We could have sold that seat.